He's a killer, a legend. Not only is he a killer, he's a cold-blooded, murderous psychopath. They call him Patrick.exe. Some say Patrick.exe used to be a good starfish. But how did he change from a good innocent citizen, aka starfish, to a cold-blooded, murderous psychopath starfish and a legend? Find out in this video. It all started at Glove World. So after Patrick was talking to SpongeBob, he got really interrupted 3 times. Then after that, which caused him to snap suddenly, he began going on a rampage. Then he screamed, "Patrick Lisa!" Then he growled, "Argh!" while stomping on a fish really hard, causing his blood in his body to come out and bleed to death. Patrick was now known as a killer. After that, Patrick began shooting innocent Bikini Bottom fish around him. Everyone in the Bikini Bottom was caused to evacuate, but it was far too late. Patrick, the serial killer, aka Patrick.exe, caught up to him, and one got decapitated, his head decapitated from his whole body, as blood came out of his head. After that, he even shot down Patrick's balloon with a rocket launcher with Sandy on it. Then Sandy screamed, "Ah!" Then Patrick screamed, "I'll take care of this," while stomping Sandy's nose in and face, causing him to bleed to death. Eventually, it was known Sandy survived. But as for Patrick and SpongeBob, the only survivors left. Patrick screamed, "You broke my heart! Now I'm gonna break something of yours!" Then SpongeBob felt guilty and said, "Okay, Patrick, I know I deserve this." Then he even punched SpongeBob down on the floor and stomped his face in, screaming, "I'm gonna kill you and glue you to my door. Wanna know? Flying doorknobs. Frizzle Scott, that will be your fault." And so after that, Patrick ran away from the scene as the cops were searching for Patrick.exe, but he suddenly turned into an alien, finishing SpongeBob off, saying, "Our stomach system out of our bodies, and it's draining our brain, injecting them with enzyme. I'm sorry, SpongeBob." Then after that, Sandy said, after she survived, "Now it's time for the monster to pay what he did." After that, he sliced Patrick's head off by decapitating. But however, little did he know, he said, "Sandy, sea stars can regenerate." Then after that, "You just saved my appetite." After that, Patrick became a murderer. Eventually, he went to the Krusty Krab, where Sandy and Mr. Krabs were, and said the Krabby Patty secret formula was him. Then, Mr. Krabs admitted, but however, he was eventually killed off by being force-fed the Krabby Patty. Eventually, a starfish popped out of his stomach. A Patrick.exe smirk. After that, Patrick smirked. Then no one knows what happened to Sandy. SpongeBob had a nightmare about this whole thing. And Patrick said, "SpongeBob died." The end. Then SpongeBob screamed, "Patrick, no!" Ah! Patrick is a deranged maniac who keeps his victims' severed heads in a box. I'm gonna find out what's in that secret box. I'm not gonna rest till I do. After that, SpongeBob sneaked to Patrick's rock, snuck in, then tried to look in the box. But however, suddenly Patrick woke up, aka Patrick.exe, and he was about to finish him. But however, he let SpongeBob look inside his secret box. Little did he know, it was a bomb, which blew up SpongeBob, and Patrick somehow survived. After that, Patrick went to Squidward's house, laughing like a serial killer. As Squidward was about to take a bath, Patrick was in the tub. Squidward screamed, "Ah!" Then Patrick said, "Hey, buddy, I warmed it up for you," while killing Squidward with a chainsaw, decapitating his head. Squidward's last response was, "No, Patrick!" After that, the police immediately went to Patrick's rock. It turns out he wasn't there. However, Patrick was arrested by the cops eventually and brought to justice. Patrick.exe, which they fought. His response was, "No, please, have mercy." Then the cop's response was, Yeah, tell it to the judge, Pinky." However, Patrick went to court and he didn't have an attorney, but suddenly SpongeBob came with a bomb. Then, after that, it turns out, long story short, SpongeBob stabbed the cops and got into the courthouse. However, SpongeBob was set up and arrested to take one for the team for Patrick. Eventually, Patrick hidden under a bridge and from the cops. Eventually, he said the SpongeBob theme song, but in an evil way, with a smirk as the lights went out. Then, however, Patrick.exe went to Sandy's house. Then, as soon as Sandy was done being distracted, she encountered posters of Patrick. Then he was shot by Patrick while laughing. It turns out the posters of Patrick was Patrick's trap to trap Sandy with. After that, SpongeBob had enough and pointed the gun at Patrick. Patrick's response was, "SpongeBob, what are you doing?" Then SpongeBob said, "Something I should have been done a long time ago." Eventually, which led to the final battle. SpongeBob and Patrick had a shootout duel. SpongeBob hidden behind a wall, avoiding to get hit by the bullets. However, Patrick got shot in the arm by SpongeBob. He cried. Then with rage, he tried to shoot SpongeBob, but Patrick was no match for SpongeBob. Eventually, a bullet flew to Patrick's head, shooting him straight in the head, killing him instantly. But however, don't think you're safe, because Patrick.exe may come back stronger than ever. And who knows? And this is a cartoon, so is Patrick really dead? Or has his story only just begun?